Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Oh yes, that's a fantastic oil. Hello, I'm Prakash. Welcome to my channel. So today I'm pretty excited. This jar is full of rose petals filled with olive oil. I use always at least 2 varieties of roses for this, because one, the red color rose, has a very deep floral scent, which is really nice. It's subtle and it stays for a long time. And then I have some pink color roses. They have a very light kind of a fruit floral scent to it. So it's kind of a nice balance to have these both. Just have a base like that, which is going to be for a long time subtle, and then you have this very light one, which is just giving you this light rose, fresh rose smell. So what I do is just pick all my roses which are really healthy. This is a very important thing. I do not want any kind of disease inside this. So it is all organic roses, and so I pick them early morning, try to pick them early as possible. So, and fill this jar with only the rose petals. I try to very carefully take them out and fill this jar with the rose petals. Yes, and try to get all the air bubbles out, because if you leave any air bubbles inside, you're going to get kind of a mold inside. So try to avoid that. And as you can see here, there's no air bubbles inside. So this is so beautiful, really. This whole room is filled with this scent. So what I do is I use a cheesecloth and a funnel just to strain this, and look at this. Oh, this is so great. I really love to do this because it's a fantastic thing to do. It's so nice, so soothing and relaxing actually when you do this. The main purpose of this oil is for massages. I use them for Ayurvedic massages on the face and on scalp and hair. For the hair, it's fantastic because this olive oil just makes the hair very shiny after that. So for the face, the facial massages, that's really fantastic. You know why? You have this perfume which is so relaxing. Most of them customers, actually not most, more or less all of them, when I give a massage, a facial and head massage with this oil, they are in a different world actually. The scent is so beautiful and soothing and relaxing. You get this, of course the massage itself is also very good actually. So but this is the real ingredient, the secret ingredient, you know why? So this brings really so fantastic feeling. So you just forget all the things, all the sorrows or whatever troubles, stress, whatever you have. You just forget them and just lie there. Even when I'm just telling you this thing, I'm getting this sense, so I'm falling almost just into this dream world. The beautiful red roses which I have in my garden, this is an Austin rose. They are very wonderful roses because they're not only just looking good, they have this beautiful scent to it. And that is very important, because these days when you just buy any kind of rose, they look fantastic, and even when you cut them and put it into a vase, they're really great. They just stay for 7 days fresh as on the first day. So but a rose without a scent, actually I need a rose which has this floral scent to it. Yes. So in any way, I bought this rose from Italy. So if you have followed some other videos of mine about the garden, you know that I bring a lot of plants from North Italy. They have this wonderful red roses, so big ones, such a big rose, and dark red, and this fantastic floral scent to it. So it's a very subtle and a very deep kind of scent. I don't know if that's a proper term which I should be using, but perhaps there is someone who can just describe better. So in case if you're out there and watching this video, please do comment on it and just let me know how I should try to articulate it or just express that. But in any way, it has this beautiful smell which stays for a long time, and a deep smell, and the color is so beautiful. I use it for a lot of things actually, not only just for this oil. I just even when I'm just making a nice salad, just if you have some nice salad with some fresh cheese, oh fantastic! You have to just put some olives into it, and you have this fresh cheese and some rose petals on it, and some other thyme flowers or something like that from the garden, a little bit. Yes, thyme and some basil to it also. That goes very well. Yes, that's a beautiful thing to eat. Actually, that's fantastic. It tastes so great. Yes, so that is one purpose also which I use these roses for. And the next thing is, I'm going to say, after using it like this, just get the scent out. They are not really finished. They still have a lot of scent in them. And what I do is just take these petals after I strain them very carefully, not to break them. So I have a very clean oil. I just take these petals, mix them with fine salt, and really put it into the blender. Really crush the leaves, petals, of course. And you have a very smooth, because of the oil and then the salt, you have a very nice scrub paste. This is a spa treatment really which you should just enjoy. You know, when you have this scrub, you have to just go into a rain shower, just go in, get yourself wet and rub it. Very careful. It's so soft, this because of the petals and the oil. You have to be really careful not to scrub your full skin away. So because you're not going to feel the salt, just feel it nicely, and then the shower after that. You don't need any soap. It's so fantastic. The skin is going to look gorgeous and feel so smooth. That is something which my customers do not get actually, only as a gift. I just fill it in a small bottle like that and just give to special customers, special clients, as a nice present. And the next thing is, I use it with sugar. You do the same thing like what you do with the salt, but of course you take the fresh ones. You put it into a grinder, just blend it with the sugar and fine sugar and leave it, and it's going to settle down in a bottle like this or a jar like this, and then it's going to settle down, and it's going to become a very thick. It's going to get a caramel-like texture, and that you can use it for so many desserts. If you have just an organic yogurt and you want to just give a little bit of kind of a sweet taste to it, and then a floral scent to it, you can just use that. Oh, just 1 spoon onto it, and that's it. You don't need anything else. Or you scrape some chocolate, dark chocolate, onto your yogurt and put this sugar into it, and then you mix it a little bit and just. Those are fantastic things you can do. Perhaps I will make a video in case you'd like to see some of those videos, how I in detail how I do those things. Just do comment on it. So that is the red rose. Yes. So, and then I have this pink color, light pink color rose, which is very fragrant, but the thing is, you have to pluck it very carefully, and it has such a lot of thorns. You always just prick yourself. This is the red ones, they have very big ones, but far apart. But this pink color one just has such a lot of thorns, every millimeter, something like that. So you can't really touch it. So, but for that you have been rewarded with this perfume scent. You forget that you get pricked and it's painful. That's life, isn't it? In order to get something good, you have to suffer a bit sometimes. Let's say like that. Okay. So in any way, and this is a rose which I use for it also. So as I said, I mix them so that I have this super blend of this floral scent to this oil. Yes, this is a pretty easy job. You have to just get early morning, wake up early morning, try to pluck the flowers before the sun comes out, and fill take one of these kind of jars and fill it. I would really recommend that you have a bigger opening like this, so it's very easy to work with. So, and yes, the only thing which you have to be very careful is just to get all the air bubbles out of this. That's something which you have to do. You have to do it. And on top, if it is possible, just put a baking paper, what you take for a baking cake like that. That's just kind of a paper, you just put it on top of it, then it really works. It's going to block all the air coming in, so you do not have any growth of mold in it. Otherwise, you really get this mold sometimes. So this is going to take a little bit of time. At least I've already opened 4 bottles this size. So this is, in case if you wonder how big this is 1 liter. It's just 1 liter jars, and usually I get something like 3/4 of a liter inside olive oil inside. And this is a super thing because I combine this with, I have the garden. This is a real blessing, because I would not do such a thing if I did not have a garden, because it's so difficult to get organic roses, because you have to use organic roses for this, because otherwise, I mean, you are going to have all these pesticides inside that oil, and you just think about, imagine that you want to get beautiful and have beautiful skin and look young, and you put a lot of pesticides onto your skin. That's not going to be working. So do be careful in case if you're going to do this. And if you want to get some flowers from, I mean, you can also buy some from an organic farm or just a farmer's market where they sell organic flowers. But do ask them if they have sprayed any kind of, even there are some pesticides which are allowed to be used in organic agriculture. So do ask them, and they will be, most of the time they will give you the true answer. So of course then you can make the same thing if you do not have a garden. But if you have a garden, and if you do not have any roses, I would really recommend to do that, because it is something really, really wonderful. And if you have children, this is something which you can do with your children. As I said, the sweet thing with the children, that's going to really work. And that would be also, if you have any children who do not really like any fresh fruits in your yogurt, try this with the roses. That could help, instead of buying finished products. Okay, that's a different story. Okay, anyway, so this is super thing which I do with the roses which I have in the garden. As I said before, I already planted these roses, having these kind of things in my mind. That was one of the things which we laid out before we started the garden. Roses, I always wanted to have roses. Okay, having roses, some beautiful roses, is it enough, or do you want to do something with it? So, and if you want to do something with it, then you have to go out and really read some literature and try to find out which are the beautiful roses. Not only they are looking good in a vase or in the garden, but also they have fantastic smell. Please do buy, if you're planting roses, plant some roses with some scent. It's worth it, believe me. And the most important thing, before I forget that, you have to look for the roses which are resistant to many diseases, for bacterial or fungal diseases. That helps a lot to keep them healthy. So you just try to read a little bit more. In a good garden center, you should be able to get all these questions answered. If they can't answer these questions, look for a different garden center. Really, don't buy anything. Just go to a garden center who are capable of answering you these questions. They know what they're selling, and luckily most of them are really good. As I said, it's going to take a long time, but I think you got an idea of how it's going to be. And let me just come on now. I'm allowed to now just make my fingers dirty, because I try to keep them clean, because I wanted to just operate the camera and all those things. So now I'm finished almost. So it's time to do the work. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Oh yes, that's a fantastic oil which I have. Perhaps I can lift this. Oh, this is almost now 5 liters. So you can see this bucket is slowly getting filled. Yes. So I have to just work on it, keep it soft, and softly squeeze the petals so that I get all this fine oil out. So I think it's time to wrap up, because it's going to take 30 to a little bit more than 30 minutes to just get all this oil out and softly press them out. And so hope I was able to just give you some insights and some information about useful information, and you enjoyed most of the time listening to me, because I was just talking and didn't really show anything much, just in any way. I hope when I'm editing this video, I already put some nice pictures of the roses from my garden, so you do not have to just look at my face the whole time, isn't it? So in any way, thank you so much for being here and watching this video. I would really appreciate it if you could give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. That would help me a lot to do more videos. Even it motivates you to do more things when it is being appreciated. So until next time, take care, be happy.